Hello everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some practice questions from Alpha-Numeric series. Now, before we start solving the questions, there are certain concepts that I want you to revise. First is, what is the difference between odd and even numbers? So, odd numbers are those numbers whose last digit or the unit place ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Correct? Similarly, even numbers are those numbers whose unit place or the last digit ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. This is the difference between odd and even numbers. Then you should know what are prime numbers. Prime numbers are basically those numbers who has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Correct? They have only two factors. Now, prime numbers, at least from 1 to 100, you should know. The first prime number is 2, 3, 5, 7, then 11, then 13, then so on. Correct? Then you should know the squares of at least 1 to 30. At least 1 to 30. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, and so on. Then you should remember cubes of at least 1 to 20. Cubes you should remember at least 1 to 20. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, and so on. So this much information you should retain, which helps you in solving questions on alphanumeric series. So we will start with question number 1. We have a series in which this number is missing. This element is missing and we have to find the answer to this element. So I can see 24, then 60, then 120, then 210. Correct? So let me try to solve this. So we have 24, 60, 120, and 210. So the difference over here between 24 and 60 is 36. Correct? The difference over here is 36. The difference over here is 60. And the difference I can see over here is 90. Correct? Now I have told you that whenever you see questions like this, we try to solve them at the lowest level. So we can find the common logic that is being used. The difference between 36 and 60, or you can see 36 is basically 6 into 6. Correct? 36 is 6 into 6. 60 is basically 6 into 10. And 90 I can see is 6 into 15. Correct? 6 into 15 will give me 90. So now I can see the difference between this number and this number and this number. So the difference between 6 and 10 is plus 4. Correct? And the difference between 10 and 15 is plus 5. So let me try to solve this question using the same logic. So the next number will be plus 6. So 15 plus 6 will give me 21. So I will multiply 21 with 6. So 21 into 6 times will give me 126. So here the number I'll get is 126. And then I will add 126 in 210. So I will add 126 in 210 to get 336 over here. Correct? 336 over here, and this will be my answer. So did you see how I tried to solve it? Basically, whenever you get a question where you cannot see a common logic being used, you reduce it to the lowest possible level. So the lowest possible level, I could see a pattern. This was the lowest possible level. I could see a pattern, and based on that pattern, I was able to find the answer. So answer was 336. So option number 2 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Then moving on to question number 2. Question number 2, we have 1, 2, 6, 7, 21, 22, 66, 67. Now over here, I can see these numbers. These numbers are very close to each other. And then from this number to this number, I can see a jump. Okay, so let me try to find a logic. So basically 1 to 2, if I'm moving, it is plus 1. And from 2 to 6, if I'm moving, it is into 3. 6 to 7, if I'm moving, it is plus 1. And from 7 to 21, it is into 3. Correct? From 21 to 22, it is plus 1, and from 22 to 66 it is into 3, and from 66 to 67 it is plus 1. So now we have an alternating series of plus 1 and multiplication by 3. Correct? We have an alternative series of plus 1 and multiplication by 3. So here we will do multiplication by 3 next. So if I multiply this, 7 into 3 will give me 21, 2 will be carried, 6 into 3 will give me 18, plus 2, 20. So 201 will be my answer. Clear? 201 will be my answer, which is given in option number 3. So option number 3 will be your answer to this question. Clear? Now, so whenever we talk about approach on how to solve alphanumeric series, I've told you that if you see smaller jumps, assume that we are either adding, so we are either doing addition or we are doing subtraction. Correct? Similarly, if you see bigger jumps, if you see bigger difference between numbers, then go for multiplication or division. Correct? It could be a mixture of two operations as well, but this should be your approach. Then if you see a mixed pattern, if you cannot make out a pattern, like in this question, there was a mixed pattern. First, it was increasing just by 1 and then there was multiplication. Then just a slow increase and then a jump. Then a slow increase and then a jump. So whenever you see a mixed pattern, we can either assume that it is a combination of two or more series. It is a combination of two or more series. Okay. Or we can assume that we are using a combination of different operations. Okay, so what do you mean by this? For example, in this particular question, it was a combination of addition and multiplication. So we were alternating between addition and multiplication. So this should be your approach to solve alphanumeric series or any type of series for that matter, especially number series. Okay, this should be your approach to solve specifically for solving number series. Okay. Now, moving on to question number 3. Question number 3, we have 2, 7, 27, 107 and 427. So over here, I can see slightly bigger jumps. Correct? So if I find the difference between these terms, I have to find the next term after 427. Correct? I have to find this term. The difference over here is 5. The difference over here is 20. The difference over here is 80. And the difference over here is 320. Correct? The difference over here is 320. Now I can see this is 5 into 1 square. Correct? Or I can see this is 5 into 1. This is 5 into 4. Correct? This is 5 into 16. And this one is 5 into 64. Correct? So 4 can be written as 2 square. 16 can be written as 4 square. 64 can be written as 8 square. Correct? So now if you look at 1, 2, 4 and 8. So this is basically into 2. This is also into 2. And this is also into 2. So the next term will be 5 into 2 of 8. That means 16 square. 5 into 16 square. And 16 square is how much? 16 square value is 256. That is why it is important to remember squares. Value of 16 square is 256. So it will be 5 into 256. So let me find. 6 into 5 will give me 30. 5 into 5 will give me 25. 25 plus 3 will give me 28. And 5 into 2 will give me 10 plus 2, 12. So I will get 1280 over here. Correct? And if I add 1280, and 427, so I will get how much? This will be 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7, 1707. I will get 1707 and this will be my answer. So answer will be option number 2, 1707. Okay. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4, we have 2, 8, 16 and 128. So if I see 16, I see 2 and 8, okay? 16 can be written as 2 into 8, correct? If I look at 128, 128 can be written as 16 into 8. So basically, see, 16 into 8 if I do, 8 6 are 48 and 8 ones are 8 plus 4, 128. So basically the next term, if this is A, this is B, this is C, basically C is A into B, correct? So if this is A, this is B, this is C, C is equal to A into B. This is the logic that is being followed. So if I assume that this term is C and this is A and this is B, so C will be equal to A into B. So C will be equal to 128 into 16. Correct? 8 into 6 is 48. 4 will be carried. 6 into 2 is 12 plus 4, 16. 6 into 1 is 6 plus 1, 7. 1, 8, 2, 1. So I will get 8, 4. Over here it will be 8 plus 2, 10 and 2. So I will get 2048. So 2048 will be my answer, which is given in option number 3. This will be my answer, 2048. Okay. Moving on to question number 5. Question number 5, we have 0, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 15, 17, 24, 26 and so on. And we have to find the missing series. Now, if I look over here, I have plus 2, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 2, plus 5, plus 2, plus, I cannot see a logic. 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2. So I see a mixed pattern. So I've told you, whenever you see a mixed pattern, it could be either alternating operations or it could be a combination of multiple series. So let me see if I take these numbers, okay? I'm taking these numbers. So we have 0, 3, 8, 15, 24 and then the missing term. Correct? This is one series. The other series I can see, I'm using a different pen, is 2, 5, 10, 17 and 26. So 2, 5, 10, 17 and 26. This is the other series. So this is plus 3, this is plus 5, this is plus 7 and this is plus 9. Correct? This is 3, 5, 7, 9. So basically this is consecutive odd numbers. So the first series also, let us look at this. 0 to 5, 3 is plus 3, 3 to 8 is plus 5, 8 to 15 is plus 7, 15 to 24 is plus 9. So the next number will be plus 11. So if I add 11 and 24, I will get 35, which will be my answer. Answer will be option number 4, 35. Clear? Option number 4, 35 will be your answer. Moving on to question number 6. Question number 6, we have 5824, 5242, 4247 and 3824. So there is certain subtraction going on. So let us find for these two terms. 5824 minus 5242. So I'll get 2. This will be 7. This will be 12. So I'll get 8 and over here I'll get 5. Correct? Now let us see difference between these two terms. So 5247 and 3823. So this will be 4, this will be 2 and over here it will be 4 again. Correct? Over here it will be 4 because this will be 3, this will be 12. So this will be 4. Now 582 and 424, I cannot see a pattern. Correct? The difference over here is minus 582. And the difference over here is minus 424. So I cannot see a pattern. But if you look closely, I am using a different pen to highlight this. 582 is over here and we subtracted 582 from this number. Similarly, 424 is over here. Correct? 424 is over here and we subtracted 424 from this number. So basically we are subtracting the first 3 digits of the previous number from the next number. Correct? So now if I move forward, what will I subtract? I will subtract this 524. So if I subtract 5242 and if I subtract 524 from it, this will be 3, this will be 12. So this will be 8, this will be 1 and this will be 4, this will be 12. So this will be 7 and 4. So I will get 4718. Correct? I will get 4718. Let us check this with the next number. So I would have to subtract 471 from here. Correct? I would have to subtract 471, the first three digits. So if I do that, 4718 minus 471. So it will be 7. This will be 6. This will be 11. So this will be 4. This will be 2. And this will be 4. I will get 4247. So basically, we are subtracting the previous numbers 3-digit. Okay, from the previous number. So the first 3-digit is being subtracted from the number to get the next number. Okay, so this is the logic. 4718 will be my answer, which is given in option number 2. So option number 2 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Moving on to question number 7. Very big numbers. Correct? Very big numbers, but huge changes. Like this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-digit number. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-digit number. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-digit number. So 9-digit number. Then we have 8-digit number. Then we have a 7-digit number. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-digit number. So now I know for a fact that 1 digit is being decreased from each number. So the next number will be a 5-digit number. Now, which digit is being decreased? That we have to find out. Now, if you look at the first two numbers, 89654237, 89654237 is common. Correct? So we have just deleted this number. We have just deleted this number to get the next one. Correct? If you look over here, 896543 and 896543 is common. That means we have just deleted this number. So first we deleted the first number. Then we deleted the last number. So now if I delete the first number again, I will get 965423, which is given over here. So 965423. So now I can see a pattern. First, we deleted the first digit. Next number, we deleted the last digit. Then again, we deleted the first digit. So now we will again delete the last digit. And if I delete the last digit, I will get 96542. Correct? If I delete the last digit, I will get 96542. This will be my answer. So answer will be option number 4, 96542. Correct? This will be your answer. Question number 8. Question number 8, 2020, 19, 16, 17, 13, 14, 11. I cannot see a pattern per se. Correct? I cannot see a pattern. Now, if I look at these numbers of 20 and 20, basically, this is plus 0. This is minus 1. This is minus 3. This is plus 1. This is again minus 4. This is plus 1. This is minus 3. So I cannot see a pattern. And now we have two missing terms. So we have to find two missing terms. So whenever we get a question like this, I told you two approaches, correct? I told you which approach. First approach is to see if they are following an alternative combination of patterns or operations. Second approach is to see if there is a combination of two or more series, correct? So now if I take these numbers 20, 19, 17, 14. So and the missing term. So 20, 19, 17, 14 and the missing term we have to find out. The second series I take. The second series is 20, 60, 13, 11 and the missing term. So 20, 16, 13, 11 and the missing term. So let us draw the second one first. The second one is 20 to 16, so minus 4. Then 16 to 13 is minus 3, correct? Then 13 to 11 is minus 2. And so I will see 4, 3, 2. These are being minus, correct? These are being subtracted. So the next will be minus 1. So if I do minus 1, I will get 10, correct? This will be my answer. Now moving on to the first series. First series 20 to 19 is minus 1. 19 to 17 is minus 2. 17 to 14 is minus 3. So this is increasing. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Next will be minus 4. So if I do minus 4, I'll get 10. This will be my answer. So my series is a combination of 10 and 10. I have these two terms. So option number 1 will be the answer because it is a combination of two series. So I have told you, whenever you see a mixed pattern series, the first approach should be always to see if it is a combination of two or more series. Combination of two or more series. And if you cannot find a combination, then try to find out if we are using alternative, or you can say combination of two or more operations. Combination of two or more operations. Okay, only then you should take this approach. So based on this approach, we have solved this question. Moving on to question number 9. Question number 9, we have 10, 14, 26, 42 and 70. So here I can see 10, then 14. Basically 10 and 14 and then 26 and then 42 and then 70. So if I see 10 plus 14, so A, B, C. Okay. If I'm taking 10 plus 14 and this will be 24, correct? And if I add 2 into it, I'll get 26. So basically A plus B plus 2 is giving me C, correct? A plus B plus C plus 2 is giving me C. So what are ABC? ABC are basically 3 consecutive terms. A, B, C are 3 consecutive terms. Okay? A, B, C are 3 consecutive terms. So now moving forward to the next one. So here it will be A, B, C, correct, for 42. So 14 plus 26 will give me how much? 6 plus 4, 10, 1, 40. And if I add 2 into it, I'll get 42. So this logic follows for this also, correct? Moving forward, then it will be A, B, C. So 26 plus 42. So this will be 8 and this will be 6. So 68 plus 2 will give me 70. So this logic follows for the next 3 terms also, correct? So the next consecutive terms will be A, B, C, where C will be this term. So A plus B, that means 42 plus 70. So I'll get 2, and over here I'll get 112. And if I add 2 into it, I'll get 114. So this will be my answer. 114 will be my answer. So A, B, C are basically 3 consecutive terms in the series. It could be any terms, any 3 consecutive terms. So any 3 consecutive terms are following this logic. Any 3 consecutive terms in this series are following this logic, which is A plus B plus 2 equals to C. So based on that logic, we have found the answer to be 140. Clear? Moving on to question number 10. This is a different question. Let us read the question. One term in the number series is wrong. We have to find out the wrong term. So basically, we have to find the odd one out. Correct? We have to find out which one does not follow the logic. So let us start solving this. We have 380, 188, 92, 48, 28 and 2. So now let me find the difference between these terms. This is 192, correct? 380 minus 188. So this will be 7, this will be 10, this will be 2, and this will be 2, this will be 9, 192. Yes. Over here, the difference is 96, correct? Over here, the difference, if I have to find the difference between 42 and 98, this is 8, this is 12, so this will be 44. Over here, the difference is 28, correct? Over here, the difference is 12, and over here, the difference is 6. Correct? These are your differences. Correct? Now, 6 into 12. If I'm moving from 6 to 12, I am multiplying it by 2. Correct? If I'm moving from 6 to 12, I am multiplying it by 2. If I move from 96 to 192, I am multiplying it by 2. Correct? If I move from 96 to 192, I am multiplying it by 2. 96 into 2 is 12. 9 2s are 18 plus 1, 19. Correct? So if I move in from 96 to 192, I am multiplying it by 2. So now maybe a term is wrong in these two numbers. Correct? A term is wrong in these two numbers that we have to find out. So I'm using a different pen to highlight it. Okay, so if I move from 12 to the next number and I multiply it by 2, I'll get 24. Correct? I'll get 24. So if I add 20 and 24, I should get 44. Correct? I should get 44. And the difference between 92 and 44. So the difference between 92 and 44 is, this will be 8, this will be 12. This is 8 and 48. So the difference will be 48. And if I move from 24 to 48, this is multiplication by 2. So now if I change this number, if I change 48 into 44, then I can see a series. Then my series will be from 6 to 12 to 24 to 48, then to 96, then to 192. That is multiplication by 2. So this will be the odd one out. Option number 3, 48 will be the odd one out. This one will be odd one out. Instead of this, we should have 44 to complete the logic. Clear? So these were some questions on alphanumeric series. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you.